Hello everybody and welcome along to a very special Animal Crossing island tour with your pal, Unoriginic. So let's jump straight into it, shall we? This is my beautiful island. That's my friend who always calls me Sweet Pea. I have no idea what her real name is. Olive, maybe? I'm a terrible person. Here's Isabel giving our morning update. Once she realizes that we're actually here. 7:53 AM on Thursday. Superstar Nick is also celebrating a birthday today. That's right, it's a birthday island tour with your host, me, the birthday boy, because I've got no friends in real life. So let's jump into it, shall we? This is my island. It's called Coronia. What's this? Get away from me, Leonardo, you bastard. This guy, bloody well, he sent my wife, who's also on my island, a gift, and suggested in the letter that they could get some exercise together, and the gift he gave her was a bed. A double bed, which she still prefers over the one I gave her, which was an antique bed. I don't know. Anyway, throwing me a birthday party. That's so... Oh, now I feel bad for doubting him. This is all super sweet, you guys. Anyway, enough of the party. We'll get back to this in a moment. Let's jump back to me for a moment. Made it back to my little property here, my little hillside residence. We won't go inside the house. It's a bit of a mess right now. But just over here, this is my cooking area. I've got this little wardrobe where I imagine I keep kindling and stuff like that. And then behind me here is my peach tree, my pear tree, which I took a bit of a risk planting by itself. You're supposed to plant them in pairs so that they can cross-pollinate and everything, but this guy's doing pretty well. He's got pears in the middle of winter, which is amazing. Here is my seating area for parties and stuff. This is my seat here, where I like to sit. This is where I like to throw my parties. And these stools on the side, this is where I imagine my concubines would sit. They'd sit here and they'd be all like, yeah, I'm a concubine. That's kind of the thing that goes on there. And over here, no, get off, I'm not a concubine. Over here is my contemplation point, where I like to stand and just look over at the vast sea into the abyss and just think about my life and decisions that I've made. Shit, I gotta go weed the garden. That's the kind of thing I do there. What have we got in here? Ah, my mum sent me a wonderful birthday card. Thanks, Mum. So this is what we call Family Mountain. Obviously I take the peak on the eastern side, or on the western side is my wife's part, which she hasn't really done much with the garden and the house. I've kind of forced her to play this. Oh, money hole. The only thing she really did was decorate the outside of her house after I finished paying off her mortgage, and coordinate her clothes on her character to look just like herself in real life. So that's the thing. Down in between both of our homes, we've got, this is my youngest son Otis. This is his house. We haven't really done much to that. We just knocked my microphone over. Jeez, get some CRC on that. This is my hot tub that I imagine is fed by this waterfall. I don't know, I just like it. Down the bottom of Family Mountain, if we go and take a left, we end up in front of my son Jasper's house. We're still paying off his mortgage. I sound like such a boomer. And over on the right we've got my daughter's house, which we've just added the top story to. Definitely sound like a boomer, and I had this old refrigerator, so I just gave it to her. And then just over here is another bridge leading to the private family beach. This is a place, in the summer this is lovely, you know, you can come down here, lie down in the sun. There's a juice bar, grab a juice at the juice bar and just, you know, relax in the sand. It's not as nice in the winter is cold, summer is hot. I don't know if you guys know this. Alright, I guess one last thing we're going to do is we're going to head up over here and take a left, and over this bridge we end up at the quarry, which I only ever use for the money rock. But yeah, I have the quarry here just so it's nice and easy, and it's right next to my wife's house, so I can constantly annoy her with the tinkering of rocks. Down here is what I like to call North Beach. You guys know what kind of stuff happens here, right? Am I right? Am I right? You know what goes on here. Dodgy art deals. And that is all. And if we head down here, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Nook's Cranny's open. If we head over here, we get to the residential area. We've just done the Family Mountain and the Family Beach, and we're just in the residential area over here. So this is where, what's his name? Butch. This is where Butch lives. This is the new guy who kind of looks like a goblin. Can't remember his name. Gruff? Jeez, even got a goblin name. And here's a bit of a park. A money tree, I forgot I planted that. This is our park with our little sightseeing tool. Binoculars. What's that? I've done some work on here since you last played it. That's a little juice bar. So this little park here has a couple of fruit trees, etc. There's and then we come into sort of the town square. So, oh, what are they doing here?
He's doing a song.
It looks like he's doing a birthday. Why is that flag still up? Damn it! I have to change the island flag.
Change it to something like...
I've had it as a skull and crossbones since those pirates moved in. Isabel, get over here. Ah, she remembered my birthday.
Wait, it's your birthday?
At least somebody remembered my birthday. Okay, we're going to change the island flag back to my standard flag. I haven't played around with the designs too much on the island. I've got the skull and crossbones.
The song.
The song?
Yeah, song.
This is one I made. It's called Terrifying Pikachu. But I'm going to keep with the unoriginate cog.
I'm taking this terrifying.
I think they're doing a birthday concert for me. Look who's here! Aren't you just the brightest star in the sky? Aww. Not right now. Feel bad. I'm doing a tour, man. I've got people following me around. Jeez. I can't even sit. I'm sorry. I gotta go. Here's Nook's Cranny. I tried to make it look like a retro gas station, even though no one here could ever drive a car through here. And it doesn't even... I don't think anyone here has cars. But that's Nook's Cranny for you. There's Ava's house. Over the Iron Bridge, we've got another... This is the main residential area where most of the residents actually live. So we've got like a little suburb almost. And I've added this area. There used to be a house crammed in here, but I decided to give them like a little area that they could have for hanging out. And I was going to put like a barbecue in here, and a few other little fixtures so that they can have a little, a little bit of fun.
Like an ISO pond.
Yeah, there's a pond for washing their clothes like peasants, but I've upgraded it.
We could make a park, but...
Well, there's a park here, kind of. There's some park benches. And I've got to extend this little peninsula here through the river. I'm going to do something there eventually. But you know how it is. I've just been so busy getting the money rocks. Anyway, on with the tour. Up these stairs. There's the last two houses, which are Riverside houses. Very nice. I don't know too much about the residents. I don't like Allie. She's...
I like Ellie.
Well, I don't, okay? She's a giant alligator, and everyone else are edible to her. And... why is her surname not McBeal? That would be hilarious. And then Rocket is a bit strange. That guy's weird. I might even move one of the houses up here as well anyway. While we're up here, let's look at this little mound, which I recently just redirected the river, but I like that waterfall over there. The river used to come down around there, but now it's here to line up the bridge. But I kept it that way because I like dual waterfall. But up here, this area used to be a lot bigger, so I extended this entire platform all the way out across where Family Quarry used to be, and that was my money orchard. And I'd plant my money trees there and I'd grow them, but they didn't really grow very well. They just stopped growing one day, and I had to rotate them, and it just wasn't really working. So before I started just deciding to let money trees grow wherever they propped up, I had put this tent here that belongs to Uncle Ben, who... it's my friend Ben. He's got an account on my Switch, and he was the guard for my money trees. It also meant I got an extra money tree each day, and it worked out really well. It was good. But yeah, after a while I decided to move it, and now for some reason I can't just move his tent. I have to wait until I turn it to a house, and then I can move it really easily, because that makes sense. You can't just pack up a tent and move it wherever you want, Tom Nook. You have to turn it to a house first, right? So eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack it up and probably move it around this area here. Obviously once all the money trees are cleared away, because along here I've got a lighthouse, and I imagine Ben being the lighthouse keeper. That would be the kind of profession he would have. No shade on Ben, he's a great guy, but he just looks like a lighthouse keeper. Down this way, away from the residential area on the other side of the river, we have this sign, which you can't read, but if you could, it would say orchard. Because that's what's through here. It's just got all kinds of varieties of fruit. You know what they all are. I don't need to tell you. There's a giant barrel of fertilizer for fertilizing things. There's this handcart of what I imagine is also fertilizer. Everything needs fertilizer these days. Alrighty, over here, I really like the look of these dual ramps, even though I could probably use with an extra ramp and I'm at capacity with my inclines, but it just looks very stately looking up at that, and having these 2 ramps here is very nice. We've got the jetty over here. I don't use it for anything, really. I need to do some more with this corner, but it's so far away from everything, you know? Up here, we have a couple of gardens. It's a nice little country fence, and it leads up to our campsite, which is completely surrounded by waterfalls, because, you know, nothing is better than camping out in the wilderness next to some water, and then you realize you gotta pee, and you can't because you're in a campsite. There's no bathrooms anywhere nearby. I guess I could just go in the river. That would make sense. So getting back down here, crossing this river one more time, we get back towards the town square. But before we get there, we reach the Coronia Museum, which has all of its fossils, and some of them are cropping out the top. We've got our T-Rex and our Brontosaurus sitting on little islands at the back there, so that no pesky tourists can come and steal them. And over here we've got a little service lane entrance into this herbaceous border, which we're just going to run around here and have a look at this, because this is one of my most proudest things. I mean, I haven't finished all of these gardens yet, but this herbaceous border is my favourite. Look at it. It's probably not the nicest flowers. I do like these ones in the middle here. Maybe eventually I'll redo it, but I just like how it's all sort of sequential in colours, and it makes running to sell stuff feel so damn good. Anywho. Coming all the way down here, we get the entrance to the public beach, which comes with a standard issue beach ball for people to have fun with. I haven't got towels yet. I don't know, maybe they're just a summer item or a spring item? I don't know. Everybody who I've seen make videos, they have towels. I don't have towels. I haven't been to summer yet, so I don't know if it's just a exclusive or if I'm just retarded. Probably one of the two. Here's our airport with the Coronia flag properly in place. Over here is another little garden with tulips and whatnot. This isn't really pollinating anything, I just like the look. And there's the Able sisters. It looks a little bit more residential. I might spruce this up and make it look a little bit more like a commercial setting. I've got an aircon unit I'm going to chuck outside here so that they're nice and cool. Because, you know, nothing like getting dressed with cool air around you to make you feel cold. What have we got here? Lily record player. Sure thing. And finally that lands us back in the center of town, where we've got our phone box and whatnot, and our concert. And this area here where I like to have this set up for guests. You know, there's like a coffee bar here. I don't really care for coffee. I'm going to do a tea bar on the side, but I'm going to make it a lot nicer. Just because I care about that stuff a little bit more. Small joys. Anywho, that's been my island. We've only been here for about 10 minutes. We've seen the whole thing. Nothing too special yet. I'm still, you know, it's a labour of love. I'm still working on it. I used to live right here. This was where my tent was first pitched. And then I decided to abandon it for a mountaintop because, you know, you're on an island. If there's a tsunami or something, you want to have high ground. So at least I know I'll survive. What does that say about what I've done to my children's houses? Anyway, let's not think about that too much, okay? It doesn't reflect on me and a parent in real life. That's just how I play video games. Anywho, I'm going to stick around for this concert, pick a song. Thank you guys very much for stopping by and watching this quick little video. If you have any suggestions, let me hear them down below. Let me hear it. And if you want to come visit my island, you know, maybe we'll exchange friend codes and we'll do just that. Oh, I gotta sit down. I'm gonna go sit down and listen to this concert. Hey, look at that! Stay Sharp KK birthday hit. It'll sound exactly like every other song, I imagine. Anyway, this has been Unoriginic. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my birthday, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.
Me, now, oh, me, oh, me, oh, wait, now, me, oh, wait, now. Oh, me, wait, oh.